Although the story was a comedy, there were many symbols included. Some were subtle, but if you caught on to them, they were very powerful. To name one, the first shot of the movie was a big clock. This was to show that everyone lives under time constraints. People spend so much time focusing on getting somewhere that they don't enjoy the journey. As well, one of the scenes showed a herd of sheep rushing by, and they were all white except for one. This shows that the black sheep does not belong, representing Charlie Chaplin. There is also a scene when a man is physically in the machine at a factory. This shows that people become their work. They become the machines that they use because time is money. The red flag that Charlie Chaplin waves, accidentally causing a riot, is a representation of communism. The acting in Charlie Chaplin's modern times must have been difficult to portray without having been able to speak. The comedy was depicted clearly through Charlie Chaplin's facial expressions and largely exaggerated movements. For example, when Charlie Chaplin found the red flag and unknowingly started a protest, the look of shock on his face was clear and overstated. That being said, if you miss an expression or look away for only a moment, you can miss an important aspect of the movie. Other than that, I think he did a very good job with the comedy in the movie. For example, in the factory when Charlie started bolting everything he saw because he had been almost programmed to do so. It was obviously exaggerated when he bolted the button on a woman's dress, but that added to the comedic aspect of the movie.
Many of the angles were fairly basic when compared to today. Back then, they would have a tripod set up with a camera, and it would basically be limited to panning left, right, up, or down. Now we have big cranes for overhead shots, we have steady cams which can quickly follow action, and etc. Basically, they were very limited in terms of the shots. For example, when Charlie Chaplin accidentally sets the boat free into the water, it would be much better to see more shots of the entire scene, meaning both Charlie's reaction and the others. Also, the boat is not actually there, and because of the lack of technology they had when the movie was filmed, we don't get the same effect that we have watching a movie from today. The flow of the story can be confusing at times. The scenes are choppy and the storylines change drastically without enough explanation. The characters and actions that happen don't have a lot to do with the actual storyline. For example, when Charlie Chaplin isn't the night watchman in the department store and there are men who are about to rob it, suddenly they realize that one of them knows Charlie and they end up befriending him. Little things like that confused me and made me wonder what it meant in relation to the plot of the story.